Hello. Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel. This is SL Channel TV. You're all welcome. This is my first video in this year. And if this is your first time stopping by here, I say you are highly welcome. And thank you for tuning in. And to my subscribers, I say thank you guys. Thanks so very much for always tuning in and being with me. This is the first video I'm making this year. Anyways, I am here once again to talk about the pandemic that is ravaging the world, the coronavirus. And what is going on in Africa as a result of this coronavirus, as a result of this world pandemic. You guys know that this disease, this virus started in China, in Wuhan to be precisely. And today, what started as an epidemic has turned to pandemic. Now, how the African leaders are handling this whole thing and how they are taking it is really, really alarming, and it's not good, and it's really, really alarming. You all know that this did not get to Africa at the time it was spreading to other parts of the world. So I would say that our leaders saw it coming. Yeah, it didn't caught them unawares. It didn't get to Africa all of a sudden. Our leaders saw it coming and they decided not to take preservative measures. They decided not to take serious actions to curtail the spread. They decided to let it come in, and then they tried to prevent the virus while it came to them. That is not the right attitude, nor the right thing to do. Unlike other countries of the world who, if the world is saying that it came unawares and they weren't prepared for it, and to an extent, yes, but to African countries, I would say that it didn't get to Africa unawares. I would say that our leaders saw it coming, but they decided not to do anything about it. They decided to relax. Maybe they were waiting for it to get to Africa and then they would try to do something. You all can agree with me that Africa, with a very, very poor health care system, our leaders should have been on red alert. They should have taken every measures, make sure it didn't come to Africa, or even if it's happened that it came, our leaders are supposed, they were in a very, very good and better position to curtail the spread. But no, they didn't do that. Instead, they choose to take a different approach. Now the world is dealing with this pandemic, and really, it's not funny. They're not finding it easy. They're not finding it easy at all. Then Africa allowed this to come And now they are crying. They are crying for help and struggling with it. Now the word lockdown. So many countries locked down and ask their citizens to stay at home. And then African leaders also had to copy that as well. They had to copy that and ask citizens to stay at home, no working. They copied the lockdown approach. Now, what is the effect of this lockdown on the average African? It's not as if the system in the Western world is the same system in Africa. No, things are not the same. The system here is working. The system in the Western world is working. They have 24 hours electricity. They have the government providing for the citizens, helping the citizens as much as they can, that even people are staying at home. And there are places like America where people are paid a lot of money and thousands of dollars. People are staying at home knowing that they have government in place who is taking care of things for them. And Africans copied that as well. They asked the citizens to stay at home. They locked down. Even some of them did not even give the citizens enough time to prepare for this lockdown. Some of these African countries even gave their citizens 24 hours. And they are locked down. And they released the military and the police to enforce that. And thereby beating up people in the streets and make sure that everyone is locked in their houses. That is not fair. They did not make provisions for anything. People are locked down in the house without electricity. They don't have running water. And the government will say, oh, the word said wash your hands with running water at least 20 minutes, 20 seconds or what. Wash your hands regularly and all that. Yes, I am not preaching against that. In as much as I support every preservative measures to be taken in order to curtail this pandemic, yes, I support that you wash your hands, keep your environments clean, and stay safe, stay indoors. It's okay. It's okay. But what are the preparations the government made for this? People are locked down in their houses without food. People do not have money to stock up. People do not have money to buy enough foodstuff for their families, and you ask them to stay home and you lock them down. And these people earn their living on a daily basis. They have to go out to do one or two things in order to earn a living. They don't depend on government for any kind of payment. And the government did not make provisions for any handouts for these people to stay home, especially these people who earn their livings on daily basis, going to the markets, to their businesses and all that. Nothing at all. Nothing was provided for these people, and you ask them to stay home. That is wickedness in the highest order. Wickedness. People are staying home with their kids, with the children, hungry. Oh gosh. Even hunger would kill a lot of people even before the coronavirus will get to them. All hunger will kill more people than the coronavirus itself. Okay, that apart. Now, guys, you know why I am angry and why I am making this video. Why I am angry and making this video is because of some French doctors who came out to say that the vaccine will be tested in Africa. And no one is talking. And African leaders are not talking. No one is doing anything about it. No one is saying anything. No one. Our leaders are acting and behaving as if it's okay. Why would these guys come up and say that the vaccine will be tested in Africa? This is a continent. A continent, not a country this time. This is a continent that has the list of the affected people. They have the list of the affected cases. They have the list of the death rate or mortality as the list. And yet, the vaccine will be tested on Africa. And no one seems to see that that is wrong. It's not good. Our leaders are quiet. Why? Even this alone should provoke our leaders to say, no, we don't want the vaccine. How long will you leaders of Africa keep quiet while these people treat your continent as a trash bin? Why? How long will you keep quiet and be treated as if you are not human beings? Oh, of course, no, you cannot talk. You cannot talk because you have sold your conscience to the Western world. You run to them for handouts, for loans and all that. They became lords over you. So how can you talk? How can you protest? How can you register your anger? You dare not. You dare not. But it's not too late, you know. You can pull out. You can pull out from whatever agreement you think you have with them. You can pull out from whatever thing, whatever business you think you have with these people. Believe me, Africa as a continent can survive, even alone. If you decide today that we don't want the Western technology anymore, we are going to develop our own technology. We are going to do things our own way as Africans in our own traditional and African way. Believe you me, the world will come running to Africa, will come running and depending on Africa for survival. Why? Because we still have a virgin land. Yes. Because Africa is not that much contaminated. Yes. Because we still have green vegetations all over. Because we still have natural things and nature at its peak. Why is it that our leaders are not proud of what they have? Why? Why? Be contented. Look inwards. Look inward and you will see the power that you possess. And you will see the power that Africa has. It's so heartbreaking that no one is looking inward, no one is looking beyond Western civilization and technology. Really, the time is now. Now that the whole world is thrown into confusion, there is confusion everywhere. No one knows what is real. No one knows what is... No kind of clear explanation of anything. The whole world is in confusion. Africans should look back and look inward. Go back and really see what you can do. See how you can develop. See how you can do things your way, your African way. You have all the resources, you have the technical know-how, and we can survive as a continent without this Western technology advancement and science and technology. Enough. Let's build let's Africa. The whole countries in Africa come together and develop their own technology, develop their own science and technology in Africa, in the African way. That would be amazing. And you know what? The world will come running to Africa for safety. Why do you want to import destructions into Africa? Just because you are not confident enough in yourself. Africans should be confident in themselves and do things our way, develop in our own way. And this modern technology and science, really, Africa is now ready for it now. Especially this G5 of a thing. Africa is not ready for it. We don't need it even. We don't need it. Guys, can't you see? We don't need it. We don't. Even with the whole news and with the whole scary things coming, accompanying this technology, can't you see that Africans don't need it? We don't need it. It will do us more harm than good. Please. See, Africa can do a whole lot better if we can do things in our own way, by ourselves, and forget the Western world. For now, at least. Let's make decisions by ourselves. I don't know why this inferiority complex everywhere in Africa. Why? Honestly, guys, let's look inward. Let's look out and see those things that we can do by ourselves in Africa and develop. And forget what is trending. It doesn't matter what is trending in the world. It doesn't matter how the whole world is doing it and all that. It will do us more harm than good. This I know for sure. So please, we need to look at things in our own way and see what we can do to save our people, to save our nation, to save our countries. Now, the whole world is thrown into confusion. Don't be confused, because we are Africans and we still have opportunity to save ourselves and free ourselves from this destruction that looms around, or that is looming. So, this is my own opinion, and this is what I think. If you have a different opinion, please do let me know in the comment section below. And if you agree with me, please give this video a thumbs up and share this video. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please help me and make this channel popular and subscribe. Turn on the bell notification icon so that you will be notified anytime I upload a new video. Thank you and bye for now.